Don't believe anything Dan says.
You want to introduce Mr. Larkin for us,
I
please?
would. It's what I live for, Dan.
Do you?
This is Dale.
Well, from now on,
it's
when
Lakin,
he's-
isn't it?
Lakin, yes.
Yes.
I'm
what
sorry.
Were you saying?
I said Larkin.
I know you did.
He needs
That's
an
what-
R in his name. R. He looks like a pirate, doesn't he? No.
That happens a
Just
lot.
kidding. Does it really?
Happens a lot.
Dale
Larkin.
is back today to talk about the AARP defensive driving course.
And
which
what did you
were-
learn during the break?
That I could benefit from it more than you. But
No, that
I'm
was
way
what you
too-
said.
Yeah, but you don't have to be 55.
No, anybody can take the class. Nowadays, it's changed. Anybody can become an AARP member
Oh, is that
at any
right?
age. You just don't get the full benefits till age 55. But anybody can become a member.
I waited forever to get that card at 55. Now anybody can get one.
But you get full benefits now.
I get the
don't you?
full, I'd probably, yeah.
So they sponsor the defensive driving course? Is that their
Well,
involvement? Or?
yeah, what we do is go out and find someone to sponsor the class, have a place to hold the class, furnish refreshments, and then we give the class. I've got 4 other instructors in town now. I recently hired a lady that's going to be super at it. She had her first training class last Saturday, and she's going to have her first class on the 2nd of August. I'd like to give her our schedule, if I may.
Oh, sure, go ahead.
The 2nd of August, we're going to have a class at the Senior Center from 9 to 1. August 4, be a class at the Muck Family Center on Aging from 9 to 1. On the 16th, we got a class at Good Samaritan from 9 to 1. And on the 19th, we've got a class at the River Lodge from 8:30 to 12:30.
Okay. Now, no one fails these classes, right?
There are no tests. A lot of people, I think, are afraid to take the class because we don't want to take a test. We don't
Yeah.
want to take a driver's test. It's basically, we have films and talk about some of the rules of the road, some of the new laws that have come
Yeah.
into effect, and it's good for 3 years. Each class is good for 3 years. And a lot of people have forgotten or ignore a lot of the rules. And so we try to stress the important ones, seat belts and stop signs and the use of turn signals. But we cover drugs and medication, alcohol, and how our bodies age as we get older. And we cover a lot of things, intersections, traveling on the highway, sharing the road with large vehicles. And we cover pretty much everything that you do on the road or to watch out for on the road. And
You know, there's still laws that I know that when I passed the driving course back a long time ago, there are still laws that I'm not really sure about. You know, sometimes, like
Well,
the
once
passing lane, not the passing lane, but the turning lane.
yeah, that's something new since you took your driver's
Yeah, we
license.
never had turning lanes
But
back
the
in
turn lane,
back then.
a lot of people don't know that when you come off a side road and you want to pull out on the highway, if there's no one coming from the left, you can pull out into that turn lane, but you must stop and wait for
It's
an
not
opening.
it's not a merging as fast as you
It's
can
not an
lane.
acceleration lane, no. It's illegal for an acceleration lane. And some people get in a hurry to get to the intersection, so they pull out there and race down the center lane.
Note to self.
Well, I got into a situation today. I turned off and then turned into the turning lane, but I was really close to where they pull in to turn left, the other traffic.
Ron
So
McDonald?
I didn't go. So I didn't go in there until it was double, and then all of a sudden I see a car coming from way back there that pulled into that lane, going to turn. Well, we were nose to nose.
Yeah, that's one thing that Sheriff Montgomery will tell you, do not make left turns. Go around the block. But in Mountain Home, we're not set up in blocks. So it's best to go on down to the next light, make a turn right or left with the light, turn around and come back, and
Yeah.
then make a right turn.
Safer.
Yeah, that spot right there.
Because you may sit there as long as it would take to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's a lot safer to do that. And also when you're coming out of some of these parking lots, you're better off to take a right into the light and turn around and do the same thing.
Yeah.
They say, well, you know, it takes too much time, but how much time does it take to sit in the middle of the highway with your bumper laying on the ground, you know?
Right. And if there's 2 lanes of traffic that you're trying to turn into, and the lane closest to you is full, there's no way you're going to turn, because if you do, you could potentially get T-boned from the slower lane
And on
traffic.
the 4 lane, it's kind of hard because you stop and you see, well, this car is going to make it, but maybe you don't notice a car in the other lane coming up that way. So.
But some of these things are covered. I mean, it's
we
up-to-date
talk
laws.
about
and-
making left turns
Yeah.
and intersections. Intersections are extremely dangerous. Who goes first when you come in a 4-way stop? Who goes first? What if the vehicle across from you is going to make a left turn and you're going to go straight? Who goes first? And it's just, a lot of it's common sense, but like people, you know, they've taken the test for their license
Yeah,
years ago,
yeah.
and once they take it, they forget about the rules.
What about people that are in the older age group, maybe 60, 70, pushing 80? Would this benefit them?
Oh yeah, definitely, because
Because a lot of these people are afraid to even lose their license. I mean, that's their freedom to some
Yeah.
degree.
well, it's pretty hard to lose your license anymore. Hardly anybody can, if they should stop. We even cover a course towards the end on this. When should you quit driving? One of the problems in Mountain Home is a lot of people live outside the city limits.
Right.
Inside the city limits, we have a lot of volunteers that drive people around. But you live in the country, you've got no one, so you got to drive, and it's really hard. There's a lot of people that shouldn't be driving, but how are they going to get to the doctor or get to the grocery store? So we cover this too as you age, to know when you should quit driving. Maybe for the younger ones, how to talk to someone that you know that should not be driving. We cover a lot of things that very important. for people.
Texting and driving.
That's a very important one. There's been some new laws recently on use of cell phones. It's illegal for anyone to text while they're driving. But at certain ages, like from 18 and under, or under 18, it's illegal to use a cell phone at all while they're driving.
I didn't know that.
I did not
From
either.
18 to 20, through 20, you could use the non-handheld cell phone.
Like the Bluetooth.
Yeah, well,
Things are-
they got them in their cars.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
that-
Yeah.
And from 21 and over, you can use your cell phone while you're driving. It's illegal to use them around a school zone, except in an emergency. We also talk about sharing the road with motorcycles and bicycles. And that's one of my heartburns on bicycles. Bicycles have to obey the same rules as cars do. But who's training these kids? The rules.
Yeah.
I mean, parents probably aren't even aware of that in most cases. But it's illegal to ride on a sidewalk. You got to stop at stop signs. I about hit a couple here a while back around the high school. I stopped at a stop sign. I know these kids was coming down the sidewalk. They were probably under 15 years old. And I was going to make a left turn, and they just went right across. I had to stop. And so they're very dangerous. You know, they feel they can do what they want, and nobody knows any different. So there's no classes that I know of for students or people that want to ride bicycles.
Yeah. But when I was a child, I had to take a bicycle safety class. I mean, that was required in the state. It'd be nice if we had that everywhere else.
Yeah.
Your class is the one on the 2nd, or is it the 4th? August?
My class will be at the Good Samaritan on the 16th. Mine will be on the 16th
Oh,
at the
okay.
Good Samaritan.
Okay. And
9 to 1.
is that, do they get filled up? Do people need to call
Oh, no,
and reserve?
there's, no, they range from 5 or 6 to, I've had classes of 30 and 35.
Okay, all right.
Depending on where you're having it, if you've got the room for it. And I'd like to mention, of all these classes, if anybody's interested, they can call me at 870-425-7627. And they're different instructors, but I can give them the number to call for whatever class they
Okay,
want.
all right.
And is there a charge or they,
Yeah, there's a charge. If you're a member of AARP, it's $15. If you're not a member, it's $20. And it changed the first of the year. We started out, we've got a whole new, we redid the whole program. The workbooks, the films, is all different. And so they changed the price. It makes it easier for the instructor to make change instead of, $12 and $16. And so it's 15 and 20.
Okay, all right. Well, Dale, thanks a lot for being here.
Well, thank you. Enjoyed
And
being here.
let us know from time to time when you want to come on and promote your driving classes, and we'll try to get the word out as best we can. Thank
Okay,
you
I'll
so
do
much
that.
for being
Appreciate
here. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Up next, we're going to have a on-phone interview. On phone? Yeah, phone interview. We're going to have a phone interview with Mary Ann. No, we're going to talk with Danielle Ray.
Danielle Ray.
Before that, we're going to do that in just a couple minutes.
What show are you doing?
But before we do that interview, we're going to talk with Mary Ann. I want to do that.
Oh,
She's got the cats now. What are the cats?
Christoph and Pocahontas.
Pocahontas. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll be talking with the kitties here in just a couple of minutes, and we'll do that in when we come back.
And we'll be right back.
We'll be right
All
back. Stay
then.
with us.
What day is it?